If you write it, you need to speak it. Someone out there believes it.
I don't love me.
Lock 'em down like bam. Crows pick at my rotten flesh, distorting my image.
We will stand through the rain, the flame.
I'm a god.
Put it all in the bag. Straight to the point, lyrical greatness.
Recognize the violence.
Took his soul away. Poppy set up shop and make a band house a drug home. Hey CCP, how you doing today? When I say CC, you say P. CC, CC. When I say drop the, you say Mike. Drop the, Mike. Drop the, Mike. When I say I love, you say poetry. I love, poetry. I love, poetry. Give it up for drop the mic. Let's get it started. My name is Dr. Michelle Myers. I am the chair of the Learning Lab and Student Academic Computer Center Department here at Community College of Philadelphia, and this is round 2 of the final showcase for Drop the Mic. Give it up for all of our finalists today. Poet on deck is La Oji, but first poet to the mic is Casino Mike. Everyone, please put your hands together for Casino Mike.
We know I'm from Reno, but if we don't, then I'ma speak slow. Because I want the shit to go from people to people, so that way these flows reach each poles, north to south. If it slips out, oops, there it goes. Then oops, wait a minute. If I'm fucked up enough, then oops, I'ma give it till I'm in it and I'm living in the right now. I'ma do this hip hop until I die, pass out. Hip hop, hip hop. This is my life, my life, my life. Word, yo. I'd go from my dreams and the lyrics that I speak. Hip hop, hip hop, this is my life, my life, my life. Word, yo. Is he back? I love it when they call me mad crazy, like I'm the one blamed for stabbing hip-hop in its back. I rap what I rap in a twist tight, and if it twitches in the bag, I forget it exists because it's trapped. Music nowadays is like a daisy in its swag, and a lot don't grasp the fact that you have to give up everything you have, turn your life into tracks, speak clear into the mic, and if they like it, then they fans. Haters, don't be mad, this game is so insane in how it's played, but you ain't great unless you making what I make, so be glad that I ain't taking on your style, man, I got my own. They call me Wicked Mike when I grab my microphone, quicker than the wind spinning in a cyclone. I'll scissor kick your chin and drop your mind in my rhyme zone. And when I'm hot, I ignite like a pyro. Oops, that's a typo. I'm hotter than a lit up light bulb. You can't touch me. This is my life, my life, my life. Word, yo, word out, cause word is born. Word is born. Hip hop, hip hop. This is my life, my life, my life. Word, yo. Is he back? Is he back? This is like a legal needle in my hand. If I shoot it in my veins and it jams, my brain begins to cram. This mic that I rock turns to sand, and everything I am stops like a clock with no hands. You gotta think outside the box like a flock of hawks frying up bananas in a pan, or walking down the streets of Japan with a leash on a lamb. I'm a freak, I'm a leech sucking on the teats of my fans. I'm like an antique reaching for a mountain peak. I'm out of reach and in demand. Man, I'm tighter than a tuna in a can. I'm more complex than a Rubik's Cube given to a blind man. The industry is just a ruse, like kangaroos hiding out in Thailand. If you apply what you say to what you do, maybe you would improve instead of sitting confused, wondering who the fuck I am. Hip hop, hip hop, this is my life, my life, my life. Word, yo, word out, cause word is born. Word is born. Hip hop, this is my life, my life, my life. Thank you.
I always love doing that piece, and to be able to interpret the lyrics, the hip hop, the beatboxing for me, like I absolutely love that piece. I also get to represent where I'm originally from, which is Reno, Nevada.
You have some feedback for Casino Mike?
I love the energy in this piece. Just when I thought you'd slow it down, not the delivery, like I thought you would just get tired. You didn't. You just kept the energy going, which is key. Like you kept going.
Sleep is for the weak.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. DeForio. So, great piece, man. Great piece.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, I could hear everything that you were saying. I was entertained the whole time. I liked my life refrain, and you were pushing it to the edges with your imagery and also with your style. I loved it.
Thank you.
Alicia.
I definitely think there was a lot of good wordplay, and it was clear, and you did slow it down. You did take the advice from prior rounds, so thank you.
DeForio.
Very, very lyrical. I think people really know who you are at this point.
Thank you.
And that's a good thing.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for Casino Mike. So the poet on deck is Khalil. Khalil is the poet on deck, but coming to the mic, we have La OG. Everyone, please put your hands together for La OG.
Why, sister, are you laughing at my dark skin? Why are you pointing at my tattered black dress, my holy pointed hat? When my light sisters walk by, you all fall to your hands and knees. You attempt to dance beneath the mist that trails behind her dress. Radiate yourselves in her golden skin glow. You sing and praise her name like a bedtime prayer as for protection against oogie boogies such as I. You say, I am envious. No, wait, proper enunciation. I'm gelling because her skin's lighter than mine. Oh, no, no, honey, I know the truth, and thus that makes me wicked. I am wicked because I know there is more than meets the eye between these shades of brown and black. I am wicked because I know about the tones of mocha and the shades of sepia, skin so black that it gives off a bluish sheen like silk in the darkest night. I am wicked because I still speak from the voice of my ancestral matron mothers. Let me ask you, do you think they were worried about the pimples on their backs when they were whipped, trails left of bloody blade left from corded rips on their back? Do you think they argued over whose hair was nappier as sandy ropes were looped around their necks and they were pushed off the sacred maple trees? Or were you too busy laughing at their cellulite, snickering as broom sacks were smacked against their knees, counting the hairs on their watered chins as heavy rocks were smashed against their heads? Oh yes, I am wicked. I am wicked because I know how to light incense in the name of my mother Isis, asking her to ignore the exorcism rites as I take the pain of lost husbands and bonded sons, driving into my vain materialistic sisters who only me the resistant is how well you can twerk to an anaconda video. I am wicked because I know how to speak in the name of my goddess Iket, ask her to give me strength and radiate me as I take my seat upon thy broom and ride these hot winds in the night to snatch up these ratchet little girls, sending 12-year-old selfies on them sucking 18-year-old dicks from their mother's bed. I am wicked because I know about my skin. I am wicked because I am proud that I come from a generation that I need no assistance in my craft, that can birth a variety of offspring from the merest silver to the darkest ebony. Oh yes, I am wicked. Now let me ask you, how wicked are you?
Yes, keep your applause going. Show your appreciation to La OG. Elizabeth.
I loved how you use fairy tale language, Egyptian mythology, all of these stories to deliver this powerful, real, today message. And I felt like you were feeling it the entire way, and the audience was feeling it too. Beautiful.
Alicia.
I just enjoy the progression of seeing you get comfortable on stage. This is definitely by far my favorite piece from you and my favorite performance. You were into it and you delivered every line.
DeForio.
Who knew that would come from you? Who knew that? That was a wicked performance. That was awesome. Presentation, the performance, the interpretation, the poem, it was all really, really 10s for me.
Kevin.
You've just grown into this poetic phoenix, and you've just really blossomed on stage. Yeah. Can I get it? Can I get an amen?
Yes, yes, yes. Everyone, show your love for La OG, everyone. And the poet on deck is Sharmira. Coming to the stage, we have Khalil. Everyone, put your hands together for Khalil.
In my mind, I play stations. Picture me, the DJ hero to my life's realities, cutting and scratching, cutting and scratching. My way through thoughts, I thought I had mummified away. I said my way through thoughts, I thought I had mummified away. I said my way through thoughts I thought I had mummified away. So daily I'm playing Tomb Raider in the temples of my being subjectifying me with crime, paints the external image of my prime. Optimist now, watch as I transform into a world-class criminal. Put it all in the bag. With dual sticks, I shock you at gunpoint, fingers nested on this left and right trigger. Now which button do you select? Because I'm quick to exit square if they do not feed my circle. With cash acquired, I triangulate the fastest way to retire. To my study as I study the steady pace, the traffic flow, waiting for my moment to hop in and challenge 1, 2, 3, or 4 to see me for more than just to see J.R. Franklin in this RPG. You see, I spawn from a place where my camouflage is target. And staff sergeants, rather than teach their privates, chose to about face and march to another alliance, so defiance is me. Because I refuse to be another black opting out when life calls me to duty, so I'll fill out now Xboxes on college and job applications just to make sure my 360 stays on its axis. And I'll wait. I'll wait for a girl whose beauty is so taboo to everyone in her atlas. She who is gentle with operation on this broken heart. She who enjoys long talks on the boardwalk with no form of monopoly or monotony strong enough to close this arcade of love. So token for thought. Life is not a game, boy, so stop treating it like one. There's no pause buttons, nor theme songs. There's no cheat codes, nor restarts, just life. Life advance. Don't be held back by the stereotype nor color, because life is your creation. You are its designer. Thank you.
Make some more noise for Khalil. Alicia.
I still enjoy this poem. Like, it's so many metaphors in a piece. It's just such a good piece. It's well constructed, and your gestures are very much on point.
Thank you.
DeForio.
Once again, very good. I was still looking for the same energy from before. I think no matter how many times you perform it, it needs to be at you the whole time. I was still looking for the hoodie from before. I think all of that helped the last time, but I think this time it was a little short for me. But I think every time you perform it, if you have to do the piece over and over again, you got to bring that same energy.
Gotcha.
All right?
Kevin.
Yeah, I definitely agree with DeForio in terms of the energy, but your command, your presence on stage, you're very comfortable there. You're telling us about the piece. You're giving us the piece. And like Alicia was saying, there's still pieces of it I can still pull out and kind of tell myself, wow, I didn't think about it that way. I didn't think about it this way. And I think my favorite part every time you hit it is, life is not a game, boy. You know, it's almost like words of wisdom from somebody who's not too old to tell some of the young brothers, like, look, get up, get involved. Yeah, you're your own designer.
Elizabeth.
I think that the poem is really powerful in that you can hear it multiple times, and each time you hear new layers to it and new levels to it. So I loved hearing it a second time, and I think at the end, I could just feel you feeling the poem and looking at us with that feeling. Great job.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for Khalil. So the poet on deck is Black Cancer. Coming to the stage, we have Sharmira. Everyone, please make some noise for Sharmira.
I'm known for having a filthy mouth, with a caring heart that's hard for people to see. This minor flaw I carry makes me a minority of this condition. Majority strangers treat me strange because I act strange, so I'd rather live in the darkness alone where it's safe enough to be myself. The walls will hug me. They'll hear me swear and watch me juggle my bones. They won't say nothing. Sometimes I wish I could be just like them. My room is the only place that will understand. Nigga, this curse, fuck this curse in me, controls me more than I ever will myself. Shit, fuck, but I swear it's not on purpose. Nigga, my body just has a mind of its own. I've been this way my whole life. School was never an option. Kids will never understand. Shit, they wouldn't understand that my innocence still exists behind these curses burning my mouth. My innocence simmers on my tongue as I wait patiently for acceptance. Life for me Feels like a trip to the circus every day, and I'm the freak. Shit, huge crowds with daunting eyes. Fuck, they laugh. And I'm the reason, the center of attention wherever I went. Sounds, screeches, curses, leave my mouth, cheat me every time. Peers peered me down, pierced my soul with laughter. Fuck, they laughed at my image. Like it was another person was inside of me, but noticing my ticks only tick the ticks off more. Fuck, my body frightens people away. It's hard for them to accept me. It scares me to know the silence I have inside will never speak for itself, so relationships look like desperation and hope. Who wants to be with a being that would never learn how to control their own flesh? Shit, fuck! I want to be saved. I swear I'm a saint. I believe there's a God. Fuck, but swearing in God's house would make me seem like the child of a demon. Nigga, I'll dare to go there and be more misunderstood than I am by secular spirits every day. Fuck! You tell me to stop a condition that won't listen to me, because when I neglect my inner self, I feel like my life is dying inside of me. And all my swears I swore went away. Well, fuck, shit, nigga, fuck will corrupt me more than they already have, because there's no such thing as escaping the threshold of your mouth. I don't mean to be a stranger to myself, but myself would never understand me. Fucking you would never understand. Shit, you wouldn't understand. Coprolalia has teased my bloodline. Coprolalia has caused me to cope with violent vocals living in my throat. My mind belongs to me, but it's hard to use it. And I know even a normal person can't do that, so I guess you understand my problem. Behind pointed fingers and stabbing smiles has made it hard for me to live, and I know I'm alive because I'm breathing, right? My heart can beat because I'm in control of that. You're able to control your insults and shame you throw on me. I just want to know how acceptance feels, because you're the reason I hide in black rooms where walls hug me and give me the understanding I need by saying nothing. Sometimes I wish we could be just like them.
I never really had a Tourette's issue myself, but I just wanted to touch on the topic because I thought it would have been interesting.
Make some more noise for Sharmira, everyone. DeForio.
There is definitely another person inside of you.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely. Awesome performance, awesome performance. Great metaphors. I mean, I just think your stage presence is awesome. I think you always look like you're coming in for an audition. People believe like, oh, she'll be all right, and then you just kill it. Yeah. One time after the next, one time after the next. Just kill it. Good job.
Thank you, DeForio. Kevin.
You continue to amaze and astound. You transform into this person and deliver these incredible pieces, these deep pieces. And each time within each piece, you think you couldn't go any further. Or as somebody who listens, you're like, whoa. And then you get to another whoa moment. It's like, whoa, whoa. And it's just, it's like watching theater, watching you perform. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I owe you money because I got here free. Thank you.
Thank you. Elizabeth.
I love your ability to allow us to see people who we might not necessarily see, and to have compassion for those people, and to just take time in various people's experiences. I think that's a tremendous gift, and you carry it off so well.
Yes.
Alicia.
I agree with everything everybody said up here. And if I could sum it up in one word, I have to pull out another hat and just say it was dope.
Dope.
But yeah.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, please give it up one more time for Sharmira. And coming to the stage, we have Black Cancer. Everyone, put your hands together for Black Cancer.
I enjoy doing it because I have fun doing it, you know what I mean?
If hate is in your blood, then detox it like a drug, because your central freeway nervous system of emotions is tainted and unfocused that it'll cause you to bang out because you're so tense and so. So deaf like Jermaine Dupri to the volume of love you could actually hear if you had your heart catch its ear. And transition it into a feeling. If you train yourself like wills to power forward in a positive direction, you be alright, but you're trotting in reverse like we're running with remotes. You're leaning back like Fat Joe into your negative perspectives that you've got to wear girter belts. You'll never feel excellence. You better chill, you pessimist, or else you'll never see your wealth. See, you got negative perspectives or perceptions where more is less in your eyes because you try to figure for your blessings till they rise. Lock them down like Kanye till you have paper cuts after paper cuts trying to stack dollars after dollars till they stack high as vehicle mileage scrap. Your drive could be live, how wild is that? But because of having hate horribly hinder, harden who you're hustling to, you suffer from losing motivation. Your time is ticking. Won't, but you should learn to watch and listen to success as if it were death, because even a blind man knows it's the God that riches and sits above less. Shame how your mind and body constantly wonders to hug chests as success sits at a table of greatness awaiting your arrival. And once you accompany, try to follow the lips of it, every word mentioned in, to truly value her existence in your life, I'd hug tight and propose a proposition with her being your wife. To your offspring is probably Benjamins in an on summer with much flight. So imagine if one of your six senses did the opposite of a Bruce Willis flick and died easily instead of hard because of hate. So you're partially disabled, but your hands in your mouth is your forms of communication. Therefore, you have to catch every line for line like a dedicated scepter rider who 9 to 5 kids in life. You take heights when cheddar chasing extra lengths and you climb them high. Bond and Clyde. You got to have drive like them. Don't die, but ride like them rough till your lifestyle XL. Magnum size like Trojans and your soldiers be smoking potion, toasting, boasting, and gloating in Nova Scotia over notions of pushing them golden horses, Ferrari, Porsches, horses, power scour over the gates of speed, destroying the city streets. Cling. Glassware collides as y'all proud to do it big like Missy's teeth. So allow yourself to firewall that virus of hate and exterminate from your internal drive. Because if you neglect to eject that powerful threat that eats at your clarity, then hate will succeed to success into a vacuum of love less prosperity. So cold heart, prepare to freeze. Your emotions are on E, fucker.
Put your hands together one more time for Black Cancer. Kevin.
I really like the wordplay and your gestures, how they match, you know, what you were doing. I think your flow was deliberate. Like it sped up, it slowed down. You know, you caught us all in. And the ending was great. So, real good.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, it was really intentional, the pauses, and then also when you were going so quickly. I don't know how you did that without stumbling. That was amazing. And I missed some of it because it was so fast, but then I also see that it was an artistic gesture, so I'm sort of weighing those two. I don't know how else you could have done it, but I enjoyed it overall for sure.
Alicia.
Yeah, I enjoyed the alliteration and the energy that was within the piece, and I do feel like it was a whole process of going on this fast and then slow. So you did like take us on that drive.
DeForio.
I really like the symbolism of the whole piece, and your message was very, very strong and well delivered.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for Black Cancer. So the poet on deck is James Allen. But coming to the mic, we have Cindy. Everyone, please make some noise for Cindy.
I tend to see the world differently than most. I choose to coast through this life and enjoy every moment, because when it's all said and done, this life will be over with before you know it. So go ahead, boast about your dollar bills, your government debts. You better believe that means nothing during the economic collapse, because anything that's ever lived is going to die. That being said, how long has the system been alive?
I suggest you revise some of those plans that you wrote. You think you can stand alone if you have the will, but you won't. We're living in times where you will never know the real definition of work. And those type A personalities get mad at what I say, but shit, the truth hurts. Call me a hippie, call me a conspiritualist, I don't care. I call myself a realist because I say things you probably wouldn't dare. My words are a gun, and I'm sending messages, I'm shooting up the flares, but the blind can't see no matter how long they stop and stare. I fear that no one will hear my testament. But I'm not gonna lose any rest over this. I do what I love, and this is just what I love to do. So I'm gonna continue to coast through this life and enjoy every moment, because when it's all said and done, this life will be over with before you know it.
Keep it going for Cindy, everybody. Elizabeth.
Yeah, I really liked how you bookended it with the beginning about the idea of life being short and the need to sort of be chill, but also realize and see all of the hard realities. I like your messages a lot.
Thank you.
Alicia.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like your style. It's real chill and laid back, but at the same time, you spit in mad truth. So.
Thank you.
DeForio.
I want you to get a job doing voiceovers. Your voice is great.
Thank
It is great. I like your voice.
Kevin.
Yeah, it's I like the piece. It seems as though even if you're reading from the phone, it seems like the phone gives you a boost of confidence. It's almost like you're not reading from the phone anymore. You just kind of needed that thing to kind of get you like, yo, I'm supposed to be here. Let me deliver this. So without the phone, just imagine it being there and just go do what you do, because you do it very well.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for Cindy. So the poet on deck is Van. But coming to the mic, we have James Allen. Everyone, please make some noise for James Allen.
Mama, you've been drinking, haven't you? I can smell it through your pores. Before that, I heard you yelling before I got to the door, cursing my dad out. Y'all going back and forth. And y'all don't even know what y'all arguing for, because you've been drinking, Mama. Almost called you Gwen. If it wasn't for these principles instilled within, honor thy mother. Honor thy mother. Oh, hey, Mama. I was just going over this rap for a poetry competition, and I want you to check it out, so here we go. Straight to the point, lyrical greatness, slaughter with cadence. I deliver them being basic in your face. It's like, what's up? Granted, rappers don't do much. You're kind of like overcooked steak, homie. You're too tough. Live a little. Sense of humor. Now here's a riddle. What happens to the guy under the bird on the wire? Same thing happened to competition. Wrong place, wrong time, you're ill-scented. Oh, now we gets it. Punchlines get knocked senseless. I shine, they stand in line to catch glimpses and never lose interest like perfect banks, but knowing they don't exist, this pictures with perfect ain't. I've been the hottest, it's time that I show and prove. I should drop my next video on the local news. Murder scene, strategic like surgery, spit flames to the 3rd degree. Excuse me, sir, you heard of me? He got some nerve, using them big words. Rap nerd, probably read books and go to church. Yeah, that's me, you got it all figured out. But I thought being yourself is what it's all about. Huh? No, that's not what I was going over, but it just, I can never get out what I really want to say to you.
I kind of messed up in the middle, but I like
freestyled it, so like they couldn't even tell the difference. So
Allen, everyone.
that's gonna be shocking when they see
Keep the
this. So,
applause going.
but yeah.
Alicia.
I really enjoyed the performance, and you were on stage and you were having this conversation. You're having this conversation with your mom. You were having this conversation with the audience. And you were having this internal conflict as well, and you could see each of those things playing out on stage.
DeForio.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I was interested to hear what your mom had to say back to you at some point, and then what you were going to say back to her. I think it was a good job. It's different.
Kevin.
Yeah, I agree. It's different in a good way. It kind of took me back to maybe like something that August Wilson would actually write and perform, have performed. It gave me that theater that wrapped me up, and like DeForio said, you wanted more. You wanted to see what that next chapter had to bring. But I think it's great the way you stopped it, because then it wants us to want more.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, I think just linking it up more clearly in the end would be good. But otherwise, I thought it was really interesting. So make that middle link and link in with the end.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for James Allen. So the poet on deck is Noel. And coming to the mic, we have Van. Everyone, please make some noise for Van.
Just open your eyes and realize what's happening around you every day.
Y'all awake? Cool, cool. I don't want you to sleep on this story, for what I write brings light to your darkest dreams. Every man behind a pen holds sins, forming poems using rhymes and schemes. Twisted plots in between lines of powerful message drops now. Who'd have ever thought my sins could tell stories? Or turn me into a storyteller? A storyteller where I hold some of my darkest stories in my darkest cellars, but I just want y'all to listen. Now, I've had nightmares for every Christmas. I don't want to blame it on the bottle of Jack I take back before I go to sleep, because it's really the issues on the surface that are truly worthless to the soul that hides deep, but we can't change these events, nor do we know the exact moment of our death. All we can do is appreciate and demonstrate how much we love the time we got left. So I say again, how can I possibly sleep on these stories when they consume everything I stand for? I wrote this for the youth. I wrote this to speak on the unspoken truth. I wrote this for you. These words, I feel you need them. God sent this to me in a poem, and I called it freedom. So please be quiet and listen to the words from the young and unheard, of visionary thoughts that could silence a crowd with one word: chaos. Or are my words too dark? Does a light in your life blind you from what I see? The chains of the streets can hold the youth back from ever reaching prosperity. And television, it never helps. Subliminal messages slowly try to mold you into a different form of yourself. And as you keep watching, that tick keeps talking on the time clock of life. Waking up, that's the roll of a dice. I mean, nothing is promised and no one lives twice. So let me ask you now for a moment of silence to open up your eyelids and recognize the violence. Pay close attention to the government that guides you, and maybe you'll discover all the years you've been lied to. Dealing with so much miscommunication between nations, it's sad to think winning a war is worth a celebration. I mean, a father loses a son, mother can't find her daughter, little boy hides in a corner and watches his family get slaughtered. Is this what we're about? Is this what God wants to see? Well, welcome to the land of freedom, where you can be locked up for eternity. That's me.
Keep your applause going for Van. DeForio.
Van, I appreciated all your eye contact. It felt like you were talking to each and every person in here. Was he killing it in round one?
Yes.
Because he killed it round two, for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. Kevin.
I don't know what your major is, Van, but I don't ever want you to go into anything that's going to silence your voice. And I'm not just talking about your voice that we can hear. I think you have a way of looking at things and interpreting things and then communicating what you see that's different than anybody I've ever seen. This piece was reflective of that as well. Just very on point. Very good, yeah.
Elizabeth.
I love your comfort on stage. I love the line, "My sins could tell stories." I thought in the moment when you said, let's have a moment of silence, you could have given us a moment of silence. That would have been interesting to allow some of the stuff to seep in. Otherwise, I thought it was brilliant.
And Alicia.
Yeah, I just think you have a real clear, precise way of delivering your message. And with that, you engage the audience, and you do a good job at that.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, please, one more time for Van. So the poet on deck is B.I. And coming to the stage, we have Noel. Everyone, please put your hands together for Noel.
My father figures that I'm wasting my talent. Yeah, right. My father figures that I'm wasting my talent. Son, you need balance. You embarrass me, see? You're still distracted. Pay attention to the painting, not the palette. You never had to write a passage, so here it is. Do you hear this shit? The body of a man, but the mind of a kid. You're lazy, but you're passionate. This garbage that you're babbling cannot afford to pay a mortgage. It's not important. These portions not supporting up the four of us. We poor, son, and you can't even lock my damn door. So of course, you know I loved you from the day that you were born, but the horns on your head already formed. You're selfish and entitled, like you deserve the right to be. I've seen more nights than you. True, that was a different time, but I had to climb to define who I was. You look online to see what's up. You spend your time seeking love. You have tried many times and you have never given up. And if I had, I probably wouldn't be a dad with two sons, one young and one's a dunce. He's got insufficient funds, good for nothing, and he still owes me rent from last month. He shrugs his shoulders, sucks his thumb. He's just a bum, nothing more to be sung. I could scream until my lungs turn black. He's a jackass. He'll end up in the gutter smoking crack. He's a lost cause, an accident. He'll never get his life on track. Matter of fact, I snatched his phone right back because he's acting up. He said he hates me to my face 5 times since lunch. Am I not doing enough? Fuck that. Straight up, there are kids without dads who have more than I did. But shit, I'm glad I was your bastard. Rather than hate a man I never knew, I got to see you, living proof that I could lose and never move to the dreams I pursue. The same dude that watched me gain movement, the one who tied my shoes, the one who said I was stupid and foolish, said I was useless, said he works 2 jobs so I could eat food. No, I'm not a nuisance. Change your view. The things I'm doing, though new to you, are beautiful. I'm using these gifts to make music. I haven't started looting nor abusing drugs and women. I don't have any children. I'm living while I still can. Trapped between a boy and a man and life at hand. See, I'm stranded, not abandoned. I hold the map in my hands. This passage I'm on, I'll be gone for a minute. I say explicit shit and gain interest in sinning. Since the beginning, you said I was strong. You're dead wrong. I'm the motherfucking strongest. And with my sword drawn, I move onwards. I will provide you a home, pay the loans that you lent or the time that you spent, and work to reform on the bond that we bombed. And when you're gone, I will read psalms to my spawn, and my offspring will wonder how we ever fell so far. I love you, Pops, with all my heart, and that's the part I never got to perform. I'll talk to you later.
Keep it going for Noel. Kev.
Yo, this was creative. It was passionate. I love the pauses.
He's calling me back right now. Ignoring the phone call.
There is a different Noel from round 1 to round 2. Welcome to round 2, man. This is great stuff. Great stuff.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps. Wonderful. Great.
Alicia.
It was a really intense piece, and you were in it the whole time. And that is how you perform a poem while reading it as well.
Yeah.
You were there the whole way.
Shaking and all. Shaking and all. It was good. It was good.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for Noel. So on deck, we have King Riv. And coming to the mic, we have B.I. Everyone, please make some noise for B.I.
Fatherhood. This is not about mine not being there. It's about me and you. A celebration of appreciation for my angels and my son with the curly black hair. I would give my life for you. So this is how I show my appreciation for you guys just being there. I promise I will teach you mannerism, respect you, mold you, protect you. Give respect, but demand respect too. Watch what daddy do.
I paint pretty pictures to protect you from this world and its cold view. You are my gift from the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. This love is magnetic and different from most, definitely everlasting. You are the only ones who can have my last things. You slow me down, I have to wait for you. On your first birthday, I bought the mix, read the box, cracked 3 eggs, and baked the cake for you. Worked 8 to 12 hours on my hands and knees. I will destroy hate for you. Daddy prepared dinner, washed the dishes, wiped down the stove. I made a plate for you. To my son, make a way, don't stay away. Come home, I saved a plate for you. There are angels in this world, my precious little girls. You are my first date. I am your first date, your first role model. You are so precious to me that God himself is the male that I have to model. I wouldn't have shared you. I would have kept you to myself. I would chop down trees for wood to keep you safe and warm away from harm. It was that real the first time I held you in my palms. I used my blood as the ink in chapter 23 in Psalm. I shall fear no evil and protect you from harm. My children, faith is something that is hoped for, but it is the evidence of things that's not seen. You're young, my little ones, so stay close to mom and God and keep it clean. I will be there when you're alone and shield you from sin. I am your father, your dad, and confidential best friend, a positive role model of what you should see in men. And to my son, stand strong and be a leader, young prince, with love from your dad, confidant, and best friend. Because even the disagreements, court orders, and childish debates can't compare to what I see when I look you in your face. You are so worth me owning up to what's rightfully mine, you. You see, a father's job is never done, but all good things come in time. So I suggest that y'all love y'all's, because I damn sure enough love mine.
Make some noise for B.I., everyone. Elizabeth.
I love that. That was so tender and also deeply felt. I love the specificity of the images when you baked the cake and all those different things that you did. Great rhyme. It was great. I really loved it.
Alicia.
Yeah, it was a gentleness that was there, but it was so much strength behind it. And then just like bringing us into those moments of being a father with your son, like bringing us into those moments was very on point.
DeForio.
I think that if no one ever knew some of the things that we as fathers feel based on your performance tonight, then they have a better idea and understanding.
Kevin.
Ashe. Yeah, as a father, you kind of connect with that. You touched on a lot of things. And I'm like, all right, you know what? In this poem, I got to do a couple things even better. I got to step my game up. You know, and that's one of those, like, look, if you don't have this to say about your children, then get out of the daddy game. Because it's real. And if this is what 13 hours of work can produce, bro, you need to keep working them 13 hours. It's a great piece.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for B.I. So the poet on deck is Obsidian Suede. And coming to the mic, we have King Riv. Everyone, please put your hands together for King Riv.
Now, supposedly she's over me, but hold your nose, cause openly she tells me that she misses me and kisses me in the open. She tells me that she's open to the possible, it's optional. I know that this is killing me, just know I have a problem. Just know I have a problem like a person on the bottle when I tell you that I'm over it, it's sober, and I'm out of it. Stop staring at me. Just know I have a problem like a person on the bottle when I tell you that I'm over it, I'm sober it, it's out of me. You get it? All right. I'm just gonna give y'all another one. I've been bleeding from my heart for a long time while asking these questions, but I'm guessing they're the wrong whys, like, why don't you love me anymore? I thought you wanted me. You said you do, when I should have been asking you, why don't you love me like you say you do? And that look on your face, it says it all. It says, I thought you knew that this was nothing more but fucking raw while whispering sweet words of nothing. But no, that ain't why I'm mad. Because I'm walking around with scabs from the occasional stabs of the words you've turned into verbs which hurt more than jabs. No, that ain't why I'm pissed. Because I thought this kiss was more than bliss and wouldn't have thought twice about it being dismissed. If love isn't what it's called, then what do you call it then? This on and off again like sex when you just get on then off of him? If I'm drawn because I want more, then get off on him and get off of him so we can stop with this play and move forward then. I'm done. That's it. Y'all can stop. I didn't finish it because I refused to waste any more of their time, but I loved it, and if I could get it out next time, I think they'll love it too.
Alicia.
That's what I do when I get nervous.
Pull out your gum. Girl, he about to do the LL Cool J while he chew his gum up there. No, but on a serious note, just get comfortable on stage. Like, get comfortable on stage and own your pieces. Like, own your poems, get comfortable, and deliver it. Don't let nobody in the audience intimidate you. Like, you're you do what you do, and deliver it to us.
DeForio.
I think you have a lot to say. And again, with Alicia, I think that you need to own it and just get into it a little bit more. Get into it a little bit more.
Kevin.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that once you get it there, you're there, and you have no problem delivering it. So yeah, just don't worry about us.
And you can go last this time.
Right. Don't worry about us. You just go. And Sharon is Karen. You got any more gum there?
Put it in the top.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, you got this calm, sort of understated power when you're in the mode. So just go with that. You've got a lot of talent.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for King Riv. So the poet on deck is Ebony. And coming to the mic, we have Obsidian Suede. Everyone, please make lots of noise for Obsidian Suede.
This is called Off My Chest. Poetic prose, tattered clothes, broken bottles, pimps and hoes, bloody noses running closer. My cup runneth over. Before it's all over, I close my eyes. I hear the cries of souls without a path. They're walking in the grass, destroying the lower class of flowers. No class, no power, no instruction, just destruction. Lord, help us. Light the path, ignite the past, weaken the grasp, seek then the last of the ignorant, and ask if the pigment of their skin makes them better than him. Diagnose the comatose and deliver a remedy. You're sending me a message to deliver them from stupidity. I can feel it in my heart. Give me a pen so I can start delivering them to divinity. These niggas on my stoop steeped in a stupor of beats and bad rhymes, bad times, empty lines, trying to sound deep, but all that's heard are words full of confusion, a ball of confusion, temptations abusing their minds. They think it's all about the grind. I think it's time for them to go in the house. These mosquitoes pumping poison from their mouth, they don't see though they're enjoying the sound. Poetic prose, tattered clothes, broken bottles, pimps and hoes, bloody noses running closer. Is it over? Are we closer to the end or the beginning? Are we losing or winning? It's hard to tell with all these progressions and regressions. The devil is grinning. He's got us jumping through hoops and shit. The world is spinning, doing double barrel loops and shit. Jump shots, gunshots, fun stops, my brother is dead. One of my people lying on the sidewalk, blood pooled at his head, winding down to his ball shorts and foam deposits of bullets in his body made by a boy whose soul has rotted in an empty cavity of captivity. He's glad to be black and back in a trap, spitting and bagging that crack, telling all his niggas, man, I ain't going back. Replacing one chain for another, taking the life of a brother and a mother looking at her son's dead eyes. Dreams she had for him no longer soar, so on the ground they lie dead. Mr. Hughes, I'm trying to use this book as a bed to dream, the dream deferred as it's read off white sheets. Incomplete, I seek help from my ancestors. Malcolm, Martin, Marcus, I'm just looking for answers. Lost like Atlantis, or the souls of slaves sleeping at the Atlantic. Jump ship and slip into oblivion. Obvious obliviousness, the deed is done. We're divided, not united as one. Poetic prose, tattered clothes, broken bottles. Pimps and hoes, bloody noses running closer. Hope to closing. Hope is slowly unfolding and molding as time keeps rolling like a rolling stone. Papa, stop rolling. Our home needs a cornerstone. Thick windows and payphones is the home where you roam free from responsibilities and positive possibilities. Keys and locks are chilling me to the bone. It's cold. Poetic prose, tattered clothes, broken bottles, pimps and hoes, bloody noses running closer to tomorrow. No more sorrow. Thank you.
Keep your applause going for Obsidian Suede, everyone. DeForio.
I really like the repetition of what the verse was. I think each time you said it and you went into the next phase of it, it got deeper and deeper each time. So that was really good for me. Very creative for you.
Kevin.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's just, I think it's your delivery too. That's very comfortable, but it's not cutesy. So it's like, I got a lot to say, you're gonna listen to me. I'm not gonna yell and scream, just listen. Just listen. And the fact that, there are a few pieces in there, just we need a cornerstone, exchanging one chain for another is just like those aha moments, and it's incredible. Thank you.
Elizabeth.
And I like the content of the refrain about all the broken pieces. You were talking about broken things, and then you went into sort of broken people, and then the power of my brother is dead. I sort of wanted to live in a little more pause there, because it was like, whoa, you really took us on a journey. I loved everything that you did. Amazing.
Alicia.
Right. I agree with everybody up here. And you choose you have such a specific word choice, but because your deliverance, it's real, you have a smooth deliverance, but your word choice is very powerful. So even if you're not screaming at us, we still hear you very much by your word choice.
Indeed.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, one more time for Obsidian Suede. Make sure that you make lots of noise for our last poet, for Drop the Mic. Ebony, everyone, please show your love for Ebony.
Before I start, I just want to thank my baby girl for being here. She doesn't take off for school for anything, not even being sick. You took his soul away. You took his soul away from here. 3 months before he died, I threw away every last bottle of my wine, told God I could confide in him. Well, sorry, God, I lied again. But that's not my worst sin. See, I think about killing you all the time. And it's justified by his mother's cry. He wasn't perfect, but he was mine. He wasn't perfect, but he was mine. So in my mind, I kill you. But I look in the mirror, and I look just like you. And I don't want to be anything like you. So instead, I write my first poem entitled, Still Slaves. It's ridiculous how we are no longer slaves, but we still wear shackles of insecurity and chains of self-hatred. No, we are no longer slaves, but we still segregate our own community. Instead of walking a block for education, we hit the block afraid of living with the struggle. Rappers become our teacher, which wouldn't be so bad if they all rap truth. No need for any race to take away our freedom. We have taken away our own, robbing and killing and stealing our own kind. And I write, since you died, I wonder why the birds even fly here. Can't they feel the dirt in the air? Don't they swallow clumps they can't consume? Don't they see the flowers that don't bloom? Don't they see the hate that makes fate detrimental? Don't they cry getting sentimental? Don't they want to lash out their own eyes, no longer to even see the shadows of our mistake? Is our unrighteousness too much for them to take? And I write, interpersonal violence because we hate ourselves. Spiritual wickedness turned into neighborhood rivals, but on our dresser lies a Bible that no one reads. Seeds of hatred planted on the steps of our doors, hours of violence, killing our own like we're blind, selling our soul like it's worth a dime. Cannibalism in the spirit is how we kill in the hood. And some of us don't realize it until we have eaten the arm of our fellow man. Fathers eating their sons' babies while placing guns in their hands. Mothers eating the flesh of their daughters, letting them prostitute to get money for household domestics. Parents that have no fucking ethics. Family biting one another, getting consumed by each other. And Lamentations 2:20, they ask, should women eat the fruit of their own womb? In my hood, they do. Black men for abortions, using babies for extortions, 300 to kill a soul and another 300 to keep your mouth closed. How can something so inhumane become so common where coming for money like it wouldn't be easier just to get a job? Race is just a stigma to make things harder and more confusing, like we have to paint our face to make it, but we don't. See, he may have died. He may have died in pain, but he will not die in vain. We will do peace treaties in his name. We will march our way to heaven until he says, thanks for the jewels on our crown. You can finally sit down now. Rest in peace.
Just stop the violence.
Keep your applause going for Ebony, everyone. Kevin.
Yeah, I had to take a moment of silence just to kind of gather it all in. It was a beautifully performed piece, a beautiful piece, and very painful, obviously. And thank you for sharing that with us. Thanks.
Elizabeth.
That piece was such a gift. What a way to end. I felt all of it from the very sort of personal narrative at the beginning, and then you stretched us out to such profound truths and difficult realities. I was really moved by it. I'm so glad that you did it.
Alicia.
Yeah, it was so much within that piece. And I almost wish like it wasn't on a stage where you could just sit and try to digest everything, because it was so much. It was so much to take in within that 3 minutes and 15 seconds, you know.
DeForio.
Congratulations to you for laying your whole heart and soul out.
Thank you.
For us. Good job.
Thank you, judges, everyone. One more time for Ebony. And that brings round 2 of the final showcase for Drop the Mic to a close. Everyone, please make lots of noise for all of our poets. I just want to say thank you to every poet that participated in Drop the Mic, whether it was in the final showcase or in auditions. Thank you so much for just exposing your hearts to all of us and putting it all up here on stage. We really, really appreciate and admire and love the work that you do. Please, everyone, make some noise for all our poets. Third place poet, La OG. Everyone, please make some noise for La OG. Come on up, come on up. Second place, Noel. Everyone, please put your hands together for the second place poet, Noel. And the first place poet for Drop the Mic, Sharmira. Everyone, please make noise, show your love, Sharmira. These are your top 3, everyone. Woo!